Pisces begins with a need to dream and to drift on a sea of imagination. His is another reality, another world, and very few others can be part of it. The difficulties arise from the native's refusal to let his dreaming be interfered with. He is the child who must follow his own voice, go his own way, but he must do so quietly and achieve subtly. This is not a child who is born tough. He is extremely sensitive to all that happens about him, and he has little, if no, immunity to the pain that an insensitive world can cause him. He requires warmth and fluidity. A cold and rigid atmosphere will cause him to withdraw so deep into himself that nothing will ever reach him. If frightened too severely, a part of him may die or go to sleep for a long time. The thing it is difficult for the less sensitive people to understand is that Pisces speaks in the language of the soul, and you can hear him only when you listen with your soul.
In his second season, Pisces begins his journey. He is torn between two choices: to swim up to where the light comes from, or to descend into the lower, darker depths of the sea. To swim up is to face the world partly on its terms. Sometimes the Piscean, highly vulnerable, too impressionable, and as unprotected as an exposed nerve, feels the need to escape the challenge of the world that most people must face in order to survive. He finds it difficult to cope with the external forces, and so he begins to rely solely on the forces within himself, and loses contact with the other reality.
In his third season, the Pisces who has matured is prepared to meet the world halfway. He brings to anything he touches or becomes involved with a unique view and an imagination that seems to touch another time and another level of existence. His sensitivity makes others aware of the values of their own feelings, and his ability to focus his inside eye on a problem for extended periods of time makes him an asset in any field of endeavor. He will bring to those he touches a sense of the world's music and poetry, and will inspire many of the lost to rediscover themselves by the simple knowledge that someone truly knows what they feel and cares.
In his last season, the Piscean seeks the clearest, most serene waters he can find, and surrenders himself completely to the other world. He will have served reality in a very special way. Many will have been affected by him, and the sense of him will linger within them, long after he has moved along to his real place. He may share his quiet place with someone else, and he will share his love and his wealth of beauty, but always there will be that thing of his own that no one will touch. For Pisces, man and woman alike, to become is to dream, and they have the fulfillment of seeing a life made more significant by the dreams